Hey, this is Ken Casey from the Dropkick Murphys, and I love the Grandstanders! Take it away, kid!
Let's talk about
Hello, welcome to another edition of Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman, and I'm joined by my usual cohorts, Uncle Joe McLaughlin, and he's JP's first son, Tim Hoey. Well, we have another great show for you tonight. So, boys, let's get it started. We start with the New England Patriots, the six-time Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. 5-0, boys.
soon to be 6-0.
The Redskins game was a weird game. At halftime, it was an ugly affair. You were questioning what you were doing on a beautiful Sunday watching NFL football. But in the second half, Timmy, the cream rise to the top, and the Patriots wiped them out.
The cream, I mean, it's the dredge fell to the bottom. It's more like it. I mean,
They just quit.
they're just
They
terrible.
did quit. Yeah,
They're
well, obviously the coach
terrible.
got fired the next
And
morning.
they knew it. They knew it.
You know, I want to jump on this Patriots bandwagon. It's shocking the amount of horrible teams in the NFL right now.
No, but then you see the Chiefs lose to the Colts, and you realize that, okay, you know, the Colts aren't a great team, and the Chiefs lose at home.
The Colts played a great
It makes you feel a lot better about the situation.
With our old Patriot, Jacoby Brissett, with just a pump fake, froze the defense and ran into the end zone.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Chiefs
he's
look
just-
vulnerable. Like you can shove it down their throat.
Yeah,
They're not
Br-
physical.
Jacoby Brissett's just another guy, Joe.
I always liked him when he was
No,
here.
I
We
know,
never
but
got
right.
played.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
another guy.
he's not. He's not going to carry a team in his back.
I know he wasn't the fair-haired boy you on Jimmy G.
No, he's not. But he's not right. But he's not a guy who's going to win you a Super Bowl.
Wait, Scotty just perked up here at the word Jimmy G.
Oh,
He got
We're going to
chills.
talk about Jimmy?
Oh my God, we'll talk about Jimmy
Been
G.
waiting 2 years.
We'll talk about Jimmy G right now. It's trending to be a Patriots 49ers Super Bowl. How fun would that be?
Oh, yeah.
But Jimmy G's
and
gonna
have
get
to
hurt
go
with
through and have to go through the Colts in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Brady had to beat his backups percent and
What's the over/under on Jimmy G getting hurt within 4 games?
Oh, see, you won't stop. You won't stop. And then we're going to talk about Tuca
you
later.
meanie. You meanie.
Wait, what is the over/under? What does Vegas have?
No,
that
but that's
Jimmy G makes the
problem
season.
with
What are the
you.
odds?
That's the problem with you is you said he was will he last 2 or 3 games? We're now 5 games in. He's 5-0, and he's leading the 49ers.
If you had to bet your life on it right now?
Not my life. Not my life on anything.
Okay. That he's
You
going to
only
finish
bet
the
your
season
life on
healthy.
yourself.
Life, you bet your life. You
He's-
bet your
all
life.
right, if you would have bet,
Retro Max.
Give
if
me
you would have bet
a third
100
cousin.
units,
A third
if
cousin.
you would have bet 100 units, and he's going to finish the season healthy.
You got to give me odds. I need 2 to 3 odds. Most likely he's not going to finish healthy. You're right.
I know.
But right now, we only live in the present. And that's what we're hearing
So
now.
Scotty, this is like better than a Boston team winning, Jimmy G winning. Really,
I know, yeah.
Yeah, right.
God knows what Adrian's like. Shit, they must
It
be
rides
like,
off into the sunset with a porn star.
between him and Adrian at home watching Jimmy G play. It's like a love fest, you know. They have to put on pause every 10 minutes to get acquainted.
We're saving so much money here with porn. You guys keep taking me completely off my game. But yes, if Jimmy G wins the Super Bowl, I would expect a Ray Bork reception where he brings the trophy to Government Center and only
So
and Adrian.
we definitely should have got rid of Tom Brady and just kept Jimmy G. I mean, Tom was done 4 years ago. I mean, right?
I know, but it is remarkable because Tom is playing such at a high level that nobody's screaming that too bad we got rid of Jimmy G.
Yeah. Well,
You're still screaming it, but
All right, so let's rip into me. So Mike Nugent misses the first extra point, and I get a text from Timmy.
And then he joinked the field goal on his next one.
No, that was an extra point.
Yeah, he missed the field.
He joinked the extra point later on. Yeah, otherwise.
We're with the rest of the country now in the kicking situation. We were so good for so long.
Yeah.
Now it's reality, you know.
And then all of a sudden, extra points have become interesting.
Oh my God.
And it was Belichick that forced the change of that rule. He was the leading proponent of moving that back.
Now, you know, after watching
To make
him,
it competitive.
I would not be.
I like that though. I actually like the rule.
I would not be surprised if Gostkowski's back again next year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hips are.
But, you know, Joe, there's 100 different kinds of hip injuries. You know,
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what the hip injury is. It could be a hip flexor. That's okay. You know, if it's a bone or joint thing, that's another thing. It might be something that's not
a great
major.
point, Timmy, because we know the season is so short that they don't have time to rehab like that. If he was a hockey player, he might be back during the playoffs at the end of the season.
Shoot him
But
up.
Is it his left hip or his right hip, too? That could make a difference.
Oh, yeah, you're kicking hip on.
Yeah, your plant hip, you know.
Okay, so, all right, before we start talking about last week's game and this week's game, I got some great trade rumors for you fellas. I'm feeling Vernon Davis. Of course, the Redskins are 0-5.
Is this one of your moles?
Vernon Davis, the tight end. Right now, he's in concussion protocol. He's been around the league a lot, but he's still a contributor.
Get him out of the casket and put him on the field again.
Wait, the next.
This show is just.
Joe, we're going to be talking about tight ends who are in caskets and who you went to bat for.
No, that's this one.
No, that's wrong.
Who did I go to bat for? Who did I go to bat for?
Ben Watson.
No, you-
I thought he was a stiff.
You know what,
Oh my
boy?
God,
Was that a cold-blooded move with Ben Watson?
No, we're not doing
That
Ben
was
Watson right now.
cold.
Wait,
I bet you they might bring him
we're going
back.
to break.
Okay.
Going to break, and then we're going to talk about Ben Watson. And what are you talking about? It was you.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They'll sign him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if the police were asking Tim about Ben Watson, if they've seen him around the neighborhood, what would you say?
Well, wouldn't you make a plan? We were taught to say, sir, I don't know who he is. I know of no such person.
What's his first name again?
Joe, you were going to bat every week. I said Ben Watson got jammed up.
That might have been. That might have been me. That might have been me.
All right, Timmy wanted to retire.
I can't watch Joe get out for my crime. I'm sorry.
I publicly apologize, Joe. It was you. I said, we're not getting any contribution from him, even if he ever plays it down for the Patriots. And of course, what did he do but get cut?
Yeah.
That was cold-blooded, boy. That was cold-blooded.
For a couple $1 million because of the Antonio
Did
Brown.
he get any pay for this year?
Well, he got a game check for last
He
week.
moved his family. He's got 7 kids.
Oh,
but did he-
God.
Well,
That live with him under the age of 10.
All right, well,
7 under the age of 10. He's been a busy boy.
No, but he got paid, right?
Did he get paid? You don't get paid while you're suspended, right?
No.
Did he get preseason? Did he get workout
Ben
bonuses
Watson,
and
I'm
things
not
like
gonna
that?
Oh, he must have got a signing bonus.
He's got a few quid stashed away, I'm sure.
All right, so what did you say?
Hand signal meaning Jimmy G is injured. I think that was the sign.
Todd, if you got something to say, come back.
Come on back, Todd.
All right. So, another rumor that nobody's talking about except for me, Larry Fitzgerald would be a perfect fit.
No way Arizona's trading him.
Why wouldn't they trade him?
He's the face of the franchise. He's the only thing they've got, the only thing they've ever had in Arizona.
All right, well, we got rid of Ray Bork. People do that stuff all the time.
No, it's not happening.
But even if he wanted, why? He's probably retiring after this season, right?
Yeah.
Well, what is he going to do? Play?
What would you get from? What would you get from?
What's that? I'd give him a 3rd-round pick.
Oh, that's a big.
And they're going to give up
pick.
the face of their franchise, the greatest player they've ever had, for a lousy 3rd-round pick. Wouldn't be worth
A
it.
lousy 3rd-round pick
this year, other than just having him play. What do you mean face of the franchise? I don't even understand. It's most likely a 3-13 team, if that. I don't think they're going to get
probably.
That.
I don't think he's worth the 3rd-round pick.
So what does that mean? Why would they trade him?
To get a 3rd-round pick.
It's not a lot of value for someone.
Third round pick's pretty good pick, Joe.
But third round pick's good.
Third round pick. The Hall of Fame's filled with third round pick.
He's a Hall of Famer. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Based on that reasoning, you would never have traded KG or Pierce, and you know.
Oh, I would have.
Not in that reasoning.
But Arizona's not going to.
Let's just put this. Larry Fitzgerald's going to be part of the Arizona organization till the day they put him in the grave.
Yeah, he's going to be.
I don't mean, but I mean, is he tradable? If they had a smart GM, they'd trade him.
Right. Get something, then he comes.
And if he said everyone involved would have to be willing, he might not want to move here.
Oh, I bet he'd take it.
What do you mean move? He's just going to
get a Super Bowl.
Be in a Route 1.
He'd love to go out with the Super Bowl. I know.
The Motel 6 or something.
I think he'd take it in a heartbeat myself.
See Larry Fitzgerald barbecuing.
Who wouldn't want to come here with the chance to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he's got nothing to show, no hardware to show for his career.
Well, he did play in one Super Bowl.
I mean, he didn't win
lost,
it.
Yeah.
Vince Wilfork, not that I'm comparing the careers, but Vince Wilfork played 2 years with the Texans. Do anyone remember that? Does anyone remember that? No.
Okay.
Right? And he's back with the Patriots.
He's back, yeah.
Do you think he'd be a big difference maker, Scotty?
Larry Fitzgerald would be perfect.
I don't know if there's a lot of tread left on that tire with him.
All right, well, that's it.
But he was always a very smart
I know, but I
receiver.
I don't think he's that much of a difference maker, right, compared to what we already have.
All right, so I have Vernon Davis for tight end.
Emmanuel
Larry Sanders. Larry Fitzgerald for wide receiver. And then now I just need a left tackle, Trent Williams. I'm all set. There you go.
You know,
Unfortunately, we can't get Trent because of that stupid Antonio Brown.
It's becoming more and more clear now that Wynn will be one of those guys activated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, they have to. They
He's
got no
probably
choice.
risen to #1 on the list of that group of guys on IR.
But Timmy, he was in IR last year, his rookie season.
Yeah.
Now this season, he lasted one game.
Not even a whole game, did he?
And they babied him through the preseason, too,
Totally, right?
Yeah.
Which was a mistake, too. I mean, here's a guy who needed some playing time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if he can't play preseason games, well, clearly he can't play regular season games.
This could be a terrible.
And you know
bust
who
if he
else is
continues
showing
like this.
the Devlin? I mean, he's an important part of that running game. We're a different team without him.
That, it's a neck injury. I don't know if it was just.
I know, but we are.
If it's like a
It's showing now how
Spinal.
much of that game plan, and the Patriots are obviously building up to be a run-heavy team this year, and he was a huge part of that.
But look, guys.
But the German looked pretty good in the second half.
Yeah.
He threw some on Sony's touchdown run. He blocked like 3 guys. He blocked the whole right-hand side.
And you had some great analysis on the Friday night show before Sunday's game, is that he's just trying to find the right guys to block right now.
Oh, yeah. Like Devlin was a master of it. He was patient. He'd walk into the hole and hit the right guy, and someone like Sony could follow behind him and then work off his block.
Is there a tough way to make a living than as a fullback in the NFL?
Oh, just banging your head.
Yeah, that's how you do it, right? And maybe you get fed the ball.
I mean, the offensive linemen are like 1 or 2 steps to contact, so there's only so much momentum that can be built up there. A fullback is 6 or 7 or 8 steps they're at full speed now when they're making contact.
Remember there was that side bet in the Super Bowl whether Devlin would have any rushing attempts at all, right?
I feel that was those prop bets.
Oh, yeah, you did that prop bet. Did you do that bet?
Yeah, I feel that was the 3 I lost.
Can we talk about gambling for a second here? The over-under this week, 41. And it's supposed to be torrential downpours tomorrow.
Yeah, really.
31-9 is under. And
41. I just heard 41.
Wow. Yeah. No, I would take the under.
Yeah. So 30.
So Brookline.
There you go.
Make the call.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All you have to do to make a bet for Twin Rivers is be in Rhode Island, right?
And have the app on your phone.
Yeah. So you can drive to the border. And
right.
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
And then you can place the bet.
Get yourself a coffee, milk, and a hot dog, and you're all set.
Coffee milk. All right, when we come back after our coffee milk, more Patriots.
That's
41. That's got to be.
Is that right?
I mean, is that the best?
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
God bless him.
Leaving
You gotta
hot
be
coals
insane.
and properly
Okay, so Handsome Todd just came in. And, what would we do without him?
He's full of
That
information.
was the fact check.
He may have gotten better looking since last week.
It's remarkable, yeah, each week. $600,000 been watching guys. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I moved.
Lovely parting
If I
gifts.
only have 2 kids, I would adopt 5 kids, move them here.
Give me 600 grand.
For 600 grand, all right?
I'm not feeling as bad for him.
But I want the kids to be like 20.
You know, these guys, these NHL players play all year for that kind of dough. You know what I
Some
mean?
people work 20 years for that.
Yeah,
job.
I know.
Half that roster's probably playing for that.
Yeah, right.
I know. You're right.
All right, so first of all, good to have James White back. Wow, just something about James White that really you feel like that not only to run but in the backfield we got everything
To block.
covered. Yeah.
You know, Edelman has been Brady's binky for a year. He's got another binky now. James White. He's got 2 binkies.
Yeah. Really. Yeah.
Well, I think we can kind of cross off Edelman as a real important factor now. You can tell those ribs are killing him, and those aren't going to get better.
Well, look.
I wouldn't cross him off.
Well, not cross him up, but he's not going to be the force he's
He
been.
needs a 4 or 5 week break, Joe.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and they're gonna give
And
it to him.
they're not going to give it to him.
No, they're gonna have to.
Can you give cortisone?
Brady won't allow it.
Can you take a cortisone shot in your ribs?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
It's that joint there, too. And I'm sure he does, but it's
Joe's had to do it several times.
Not I. Not I.
Right before the shift.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Give me the shot.
Shoot me up.
The meal must go on.
Hey, Gronk's going to be an analyst. Are you looking forward to that? That's going to be
See,
fun.
and I'm going to be right. He isn't coming back this year.
I don't think he is coming back. No,
What's he going to have to say?
He's got absolutely nothing.
I know. Awesome day. It's going to be unbelievable. Give me a
right?
ball spike.
Let's get revved up. Whoa.
Pumped.
Drink.
I was with a bunch of chicks last night. We went to a kegger.
So what's he going to be, the pregame or the postgame or what?
But for Fox, I don't
Yeah.
understand it. All right, what's the over-under? How many words will Gronk get out of his mouth before he says 69? Right? That's what right is.
My favorite.
Right? I mean, he's a one-act pony, right? I mean, that's pretty much his whole humor dictionary, right?
Well, I think he's expanded now that he's been on TV shows quite a bit.
Well, we need
coaching as we
He
speak.
kicked poor Tim off Family Feud, the bum.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. We need a legit tight end. I don't care. I mean, look, the Redskins just forgot that Ryan Izzo was on the field. How embarrassing was that?
Yeah. Oh, that I never saw anyone that wide open in the red
In the
zone.
red zone, right? In the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Kansas City the other night, didn't that give you hope? I mean, they have a ton of holes too. So that's the big
Well,
elephant in the room is the Chiefs, right?
They had lost both their wide receivers. Sammy Watkins went out in that game early, and Tyreek Hill was already out with the broken
But they just
collarbone.
look like they could be bullied around.
Yeah, no. And look.
Oh, it's
you're
always
right.
been. They're soft.
And
That's been their knock on them.
Mahomes has this ankle injury. We
Let me
don't
tell
know
you,
how
those,
yeah,
those,
that hurt.
those ankles can stick with you for a long time.
Sure can, but yeah, if he has a sprained
Every
ankle.
time you twist it a little bit, it just goes numb
Because
again
he's
in your
going to
whole
have
leg.
to play every week, or else that team can wrap it up.
But
right
if he
now.
can't move, then he loses most of his
Well,
game.
you saw
yeah.
what the Colts were able to contain him very easily when he lost his
That is
mobility.
the most amazing thing about Brady. He's the Energizer Bunny, man. He just keeps ticking and ticking.
He's
stayed
had
away
his
from those
share.
crazy injuries.
He's had his share of injuries.
Well, we've spoken, and I always talk about the braces that we know Tom Brady has on that NASA.
And that one just stuck.
That almost shook the world. That brace. Did you see that? He stopped in the dime.
Yeah, it looked like a glitch in the film. It just.
What fared worse, the brace or the turf?
Yeah.
All right. And then you got to kind of just pull the curtain a little bit on what he's wearing. Oh
That's
my
got to be very uncomfortable wearing something like that. No wonder he's not around.
Keeps your knee in place.
Oh, I'm betting that's lightweight as you've ever seen.
Oh, it's
before.
probably the best
Carbon
money can
fiber
buy.
and-
Yeah, it's Under Armour. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's perfect. But it was just kind of cool to see all of a sudden you're like, it's like the Bionic Man when he got cut. And then you see the wires.
Yeah.
Because Tom Brady's bionic.
He is.
All right.
He's a god.
Well,
And I met him last week.
I know. He really is a god.
Still glowing. I'm
Because
still
there's
glowing.
no reason. I can't believe you didn't get a picture.
Picture. I had to act like it was a casual.
Casual.
encounter.
He was at the
Hi,
country
how are you?
club.
How are
What do you
you?
have to do? You're not
I meet people like you every day. Yeah.
You're not a member. What do you care? Did you watch
I might
Caddyshack?
want to be. I might
Did you
want to
watch Caddyshack?
You know how many Caddyshack quotes we said were in that 18 holes we played over there? Bushwood. We referred to it as Bushwood.
Well,
Is that first time you played in the
No, I
country?
played there a lot of times.
Oh, yeah? It's a nice course, obviously.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. We talked about, guys, the coming into the year, the last 2 years drafts. We were going to get these guys back from 2018, and we were going to get contribution from 2019 guys. Well, the fact is that we've only got contribution from Jake Bailey and Chase Winovich this year from this class, right? And good contribution.
yeah.
Last year's class, we're back with just Sony Michel.
Yeah.
We haven't got anything.
Same as last year. Yeah. All these guys are on injured reserve. It's like the
Dawson got cut, right?
Duke Dawson.
Duke
He
Dawson.
got traded.
Oh, 7th round
Yeah,
pick. Come
for
on.
nothing.
Not alone,
Basically-
the league. This is league-wide. This is league contagious. Like people getting hurt. I mean,
No, but Timmy, it's remarkable that this team is at this
Just keeps
level,
ticking, yeah.
and they've got little contribution from the last 2 years of drafts.
Well, these guys got to learn to be professionals. As Belichick always says, the best ability is availability.
Yeah.
You got to be there, and you'll see they get shuffled out
boy,
after
if we
2
get
years
paid
if you
though,
don't.
the
if you're
street
also-
free agents. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Oh,
well,
my
you-
goodness.
who are
Right.
hungry and
Oh.
will play through a little pain.
J.C. Jackson,
Oh, my
Jones,
Yeah.
Adam Butler.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 huge contributors. I would consider now Butler a huge contributor this year, wouldn't
Oh
you?
yeah, he's in heavy rotation.
these are 3 major contributors on one of the greatest defenses we've ever seen.
Right.
Street free agents.
And look, you got Bennett, who's basically on the bench because of Adam Butler. And they gave Bennett I think, a $5 million guarantee or something.
Bennett and Winovich only come in certain situations. The two of them come in when it's different
Speaking
rush.
of Bennett, is he expendable now?
No, they're going to
No,
they're
no,
saying
they're-
it.
him and Winovich
We got
still
to
around.
go to the break, and we're going to talk Bruins.
I get that.
Yeah.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Right now.
Yeah, well, they play opposite
He's going to be a
sides.
big star. Winovich, wait, I just want to mention Winovich of the Patriots is going to. I've been saying that the whole time since he's my Xander Bogarts of
He
the
gets
Patriots.
those
Are we on
coverage
Facebook right
sacks.
now?
Yeah, we're on Facebook
Where's
Live
that
too.
going
Yeah,
through?
what's that?
What's
it's
that
going
going
to the world.
Does it go
Yeah.
through the cameras, I mean?
Yeah, it's fancy stuff. Handsome Todd, Josh,
high tech.
and they know all this stuff.
That
we don't know
Todd,
anything. All right,
smarter than he looks.
Boston Bruins. We go into the season, the Red Sox, in the West Coast, and we
3-11.
literally ruined the season. The Bruins, we were worried about. They were going to play Dallas. They were going to play Vegas, Arizona, and Colorado. And the first 3 games of the season, they've won all of them.
Good wins.
They looked good last night. Boy, there were parts of that game, they looked like they were on the power play for 5 minutes at a time. But then, you know what's crazy? I'm watching the game. It's like 5 minutes left in the third, but I look up, it's 1:45 in the morning. I said,
God.
holy smokes, this is late.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But that Vegas
Yeah, I
team
didn't see
is
it
good,
a minute
and
of
they
it.
dominated.
Well, Vegas had a 2-0 lead, and I went to
Yeah.
bed when they
Charlie Coyle looked like the second coming of Mario Lemieux last night. He was spectacular.
It feels like they're, regular season, first few games in playoff mode already, Joe.
Well, the first line's doing something, so they're not in playoff mode.
You know, this-
last year they didn't do
Yeah,
nothing.
right
This
now, that's-
management-
well, they did something
You know what
during
it
the
looks like?
playoffs.
It
but-
Minus
looks like
7
they,
all of
it
them.
looks. They all look like they're being pushed. You know, like a Belichick type scenario. Like nobody is like slacking off. Like, oh, I'm here. I got my job and I'm comfortable. Right? There are guys hustling on the forecheck, the back check, all around. Like these guys are fighting for a job every
When
day.
Charlie Coyle's your third line center, number 1 and number 2 better look over their
And
shoulders.
they got some healthy guys sitting in the wings waiting for
Yeah.
someone not to hustle on a forecheck. You know,
Well,
you're back down to Providence. Let's go. Next up.
We talked about it. The Bruins gave Bruce Cassidy the cachet in the locker room by trading Donato. That was a Bruce Cassidy, here you go, this is your
Yeah.
team moment, right? When
Well,
Alex Cora got Hanley out the door, that was the Alex Cora moment. Now, you got to play for Cassidy, right? If Cassidy's not happy, nobody's happy.
He has complete control of that team right now.
Right? And he deserves it, Joe.
Belichick got rid of Jamie Collins back then. He was
And
showing
it doesn't hurt. It
means
certainly
something.
doesn't hurt to have a Patrice Bergeron and a Chara as leadership in that locker room.
Yeah. All right, so
Long time.
when will Timmy apologize for
Never.
all the ragging
Never.
he's
Never.
done on Tuca? When will? Is it this moment? Is this the watershed moment,
That
Timmy?
goal last night he gave up was so soft.
Oh, for God's
And
sake!
didn't he go to the locker room crying?
I think he was checking for his glove if there was a hole in it afterwards.
Oh, for God! You're just making
Did you
this
see the
stuff
power
up.
play goal?
No, I didn't. I was asleep. I
My
told
God, you don't care. You obviously don't
I
care.
do.
He said he was exhausted by the heat.
Yeah, he was tired. He was,
you. Wait, did he get
was-
replaced during the game?
No, he didn't. But he was a little tired.
He won the game. You really ragging on Tuca?
No, he did play good. The goal he did let up was soft, but he did have several
Oh,
good saves.
for God's
He
sake,
had-
it won't stop.
He did have a couple of Hey, listen, I call it like I see it, Scott.
You got anything on Sony Michel? You want to rag on him before I go to the Celtics?
No.
You're good. All right,
Jag, just
Jesus.
another guy.
My God, I'm the nicest guy on the
He's a
show. All of a
fast.
sudden.
He's fast.
All right.
People do say about that about you, Scott.
I have a great rumor for the Celtics: Jaylen Brown for Blake Griffin. Would you
I'd
do it?
that all day?
I'd love it, but I don't think it'll happen.
Would you do it, Joe?
Yeah, I'll make it.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
What are they contra like? This is Jalen's last year, and
He's got to have a super max, right?
Griffin has a few years more. I think.
Super max, right?
Handsome Todd screaming no in the background. I would do that every day and Sunday. I will drive Jalen to Detroit.
Blake Griffin is a lot of show and not a lot of.
Unless Jalen.
No, what are you talking about? He's a monster.
He is.
No, he's back playing monster
tell you-
basketball. I agree that there was time in Clippers. He
Jalen's got to show that he's the guy. He showed 2 years ago in that little playoff burst that we had.
Consistently, every night
he wasn't
kinda
that guy last
I
year.
think you'll see that this year, where they're going to be asking him to play center, forward, and guard. He's going to be the all-around man this year. The guy that they
Is he an all-star? Do you call him an all-star right now?
No.
Is Blake Griffin an all-star?
Of course he
Yes,
is.
he is.
We overrate.
Logic is not as strong.
We're overrating these guys. I'm seriously. I think we've overrated Tatum and Brown right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just like we overrated Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley.
I never
Because
overrated
it's
Jay
typical
Crowder.
Boston sports fans. We don't watch any other games but Boston games,
Yeah.
so we don't realize it's a hell of a lot of good players in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know, not just our guys because they hit a couple of shots. All right, Taco Fall needs to make this team. This would be outrageous if he doesn't make that team. Did you see what he did in the exhibition game?
Did you see the hand he got?
Oh my
The place
God.
went crazy.
The place was chanting they wanted him.
This is an entertainment.
Absolutely.
Look,
But
if
this
the
is gonna be
NBA's
tough
in
on
China,
Brad.
If the NBA's in China trying to entertain the Chinese
That's
people,
over. The Chinese thing's over.
Right. Then we know it's just entertainment. It's nothing else. Taco brings a lot of
But
excitement.
that's going to put a lot of pressure on Brad when the crowd wants to tell him how to coach the game.
Well, he said
You know,
that
to put
even
in.
for the exhibition
Would
game.
you put him down as 2,000 to 3,000 seats, butts and seats just for him?
No.
Again?
He's
No?
not selling any seats, but he's going to be selling a lot of shirts. He's going to be making lots of appearances.
Doing Dunkin' Donuts commercials.
And probably boosting the ratings on TV.
What are the odds he's selling Dunkin' Donuts if he's on this team?
But look, what are the odds are that every kid between the ages of 3 to 9, their favorite player on that team will be Taco Fall?
I don't know, but he better get a tie.
But you understand
with
that?
Taco Bell.
You know, my wife.
But you understand that's for the younger set. That younger.
And you know, he's lovable. Like I showed my wife a picture of him yesterday. She goes, "He looks like a nice guy. He seems like a very nice guy."
to me is the Ennis Cantor.
Yeah, he's very nice. He's very nice. But look, I need Cantor to play basketball a little bit before we get into the whole.
You're not going to get a great ball.
No, but I've heard way too much of the political stuff, and God bless him. I need to see some production before I buy into the whole anus Cantor.
Can he play in Canada yet?
Yeah. Look. Cantor is a true backup center. He's not much. He's very
soft. But that's
soft.
all we got.
But wait, we got to go. All right, boys. That's our show. We could have done an hour. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. All right. That's our show for tonight. I want to thank the boys. I want to thank everyone behind the scenes, of course. Handsome Todd, and thank you, Josh and Ann, for their help tonight on going on Facebook Live. Please check us out on our website at thegrandstanders.com and tune in on Friday night at 9 o'clock at the Greatest Bar for Dirty Water Friday Night Live on the Grandstanders. My name is Scott Kerman. I'm your host. Have a great night.
Here comes the circus.